Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. I love coming across classic and vintage black gay films, especially from foreign countries, and one new title I've encountered is the 1974 film Reina Diaba, or The Devil Queen, which was riveting and informative to watch. Now, admittedly, I had no idea what they were saying because the version I saw is in Portuguese and had no subtitles. But when I find a version with subtitles, you know I'm buying it. This classic 70s action movie stars iconic black Brazilian actor Milton Gonçalves, who starred in numerous Brazilian movies and telenovelas since the 1960s. I noticed that he had a prominent role in the 1985 movie version of The Kiss of the Spider Woman, which was just remade this year starring Jennifer Lopez, and also has a Latin gay storyline. In many ways, The Devil Queen follows many of the tropes of popular blaxploitation tropes from black American films, but maybe that's just because many black action films of the 70s are so dramatic with not so believable looking blood. But besides the 70s antics, I enjoy this movie for its striking queer representation in such a hardcore gangster movie. There's so much gunplay and fights in this movie. Even the opening shots have a bunch of black and brown gangsters with guns huddling together in a room. The Devil Queen runs a criminal empire, but not just because he's a sassy queen. He can fight and is very brutal to his enemies. This movie is actually loosely based on the legendary Brazilian drag artist and gay rights activist João Francisco dos Santos, a very real gay rights icon in Brazil who was known to champion the rights of gay people, black people, poor people, and sex workers throughout his life in Brazil throughout the 1920s and 30s up till his death in 1976. Dos Santos lived a hard life as the son of ex-slaves who was openly gay but was in constant run ins with the law for his being gay, as well as working with sex workers. But his fights with the police are legendary in Brazil because he was a capoeira master and would constantly win fights against the police when they were trying to arrest him, making him a legend of the favelas, or the Brazilian ghettos. I even covered another movie that was made in his honor, titled Madame Satã, a more accurate 2002 biographic film about João Francisco dos Santos' life in the 1930s favelas of Rio de Janeiro. For more Brazilian topics, you can check out our Latin American playlist. Though Rio is known as a gay metropolis, I'm sure back in the 1930s life was much harder for black LGBTQ people. I love that movie I love that movie for its realistic portrayal of black gay life in the 1930s, and I suggest y'all check it out. Now, this film is a bit more fictionalized, especially because I don't think Dos Santos was an actual crime lord, but a drag queen crime lord is a much better story for a 1970s action movie. Plus, the main character in this film is called Orenha Diaba, which was really one of Dos Santos' nicknames. Though some of the characters in this film are straight, the ringleader of this film, the Devil Queen has tons of goons who rob gas stations and delivery trucks for him and will even kill if the victims don't give up what they want. In one scene, he's talking to his crime partners while he's getting massaged by a twink, which is peak gay queen camp and power in one shot. I live. There's even a scene where the Devil Queen is getting high and he's putting on makeup, bright blue eyeshadow especially, and then he begins to terrorize his goons because he's displeased with their progress. He punches one in the stomach and then cuts another one's face. I'm only halfway through this movie, so I'm excited to see how it concludes. I'd also like to know, especially from black and gay Brazilians, how this movie impacted the gay community in Brazil and if this film is even referenced in mainstream Brazilian pop culture and media today. Brazil has such a massive population, and I'm sure their black gay community has so many more gems for me to discover, but this is a great new piece for me to get into. Have y'all heard of or even seen the 1974 film, The Devil Queen? Sound off in the comments.